Mr. Pat Perez, we have Brooks Koepka, and we have Patrick Reed with us today. First question is for you, Pat. We talked the other day about the vibe and the environment out here and how special it is and different it is. Can you share a little bit with them about your experience here so far?
Yeah, I've been here a day and a half. It's been incredible. Way different from the PGA Tour vibe, where everybody is on their own and everybody kind of keeps their own camp. It's been amazing. Seeing guys I've seen for a long time. I've been on tour a long time, but be able to hang out like the three of us hung out the other night and had some drinks and some laughs, and we've never done that before, so that was kind of cool. It's just a whole different vibe. It's amazing though. Everybody's happy to see each other. You got music on the range. It's just a way different deal. I couldn't be more excited to be part of it.
Well, thanks. Brooks, next question is for you. You are a team captain this time, and I imagine your brother is going to be playing on your team, would be my guess. Can you talk a little bit about your strategy as a captain and how you're going to be coaching your brother?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's cool for me, cool for my family, cool for my brother. I mean, you get to be able to play. We've played some of the same events over the last couple of years together, and it's always been special for me. But to come out here and new fresh start, it'll be exciting and it'll be fun, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Patrick, you are a Ryder Cup star, famously referred to as Captain America. You obviously thrive in team environments. So how excited are you to be playing on a team all season, and do you think that's going to give you a little extra motivation out there?
Well, I'm really excited. Anytime I can bring that team aspect and go out and play for something other than just myself. I'm out there playing not only for family and everybody like that, but I'm also playing for my teammates. And for some reason, that just gives me a little bit of an edge, a little bit of more of a drive to go out and play even harder. And so having 14 opportunities to do that throughout a year is unbelievable. I can't wait. And honestly, for me, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. We'll open it up to you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, this one's for Brooks mostly. Throughout this whole process,
Sorry, can you just say your name?
Dan Rappaport, Golf Digest. You were vocal in your support for the PGA Tour in the past. What changed?
Just my opinion, man. My opinion changed. That was it. You guys will never believe me, but we didn't have the conversation until everything was done at the U.S. Open, and figured it out, and just said I was going to go one way or another. Here I am.
Were the facts of the decision change, or what changed from when you said that PGA Tour, you were happy on the PGA Tour, to now?
Like I said, opinions change, and I feel very comfortable with the decision I made. I'm happy, and I did what's best for me.
Dylan.
Dylan DeChair, Golf Magazine. I was wondering if all three of you could run through the factors that went into your decision and what the most powerful were, whether it's the schedule, the money, the format, or other guys going beforehand, maybe conversations you had. Like, what were the most influential factors in arriving here?
I think definitely speaking to guys that played definitely helped. But for me, it's, look, what I've had to go through the last 2 years on my knees, the pain, the rehab, all this stuff, you realize, I need a little bit more time off. I'll be the first one to say it. It's not been an easy last couple of years. And I think having a little more breaks, a little more time at home to make sure I'm 100% before I go play an event, I don't feel like I'm forced to play right away. And that was a big thing for me. And talking to guys, everybody that came back that I spoke to, DJ, my brother, Phil, everybody was I had nothing but great things to say. So, take it from their word and the schedule, and there's a lot of things that went into my decision. I'm sure these guys the same thing.
Yeah, for me, it was there's a ton of things that I was looking at. It's not only just schedule-wise, but being a guy who's played 30 to 35 events my entire career, and basically living through FaceTime, watching my kids grow up. But I wanted to spend more time with my children. I wanted to be a dad, and to have an opportunity where I can play with some of the top players in the world, and on top of it have an event that I feel like for me is more suitable to see who the best player is that week, because everyone starts at the exact same time. There is no such thing as a draw anymore. Now you're on the golf course at the exact same time. Whatever the weather is that day, that's what you're playing. And, you know, I just feel like it's more of a family environment out here. I mean, just these past couple of days being around these guys has been unbelievable. I mean, getting calls from DJ and some of these guys telling me how amazing London was. It was something I felt like I wanted to be a part of. And now being able to hang out with my little ones who are 8 and 4 already, I mean, you know, now I get to spend a lot more time with them. And for me, that's huge. And that's really everything for me right now.
For me, it's real simple. I'm 46. I played 515 events. I've been on the road since 1998. Okay? I mean, I've been on the road longer than Matt Wolf has been alive. I have almost 4-year-old. I missed my son's birth last year, August 18. I get a call, my wife's going to labor. I'm in Jersey. I'm getting ready to start the FedEx playoffs. You know, I'm 116 on the list. I can't leave. I can't miss it. I can't get back. I can't get there and back without spending 150 grand in private flight. I'm not doing that. So I had to suck on it, and, you know, I had to miss my son's birth. And, you know, fortunately I made the cut and I moved up my status by playing all right, but it still sucked. You know, I have to tell him one day why I wasn't there. And, you know, once again, I'm a 30 to 33 week a guy. Every year I've done it, and now I don't have to. And I get to be with them, I get to be with my family. At my age, this is an absolute golden opportunity for me. I get to play, you know, DJ's my captain. I get to play 7 this year, you know, and then whatever else in the future. It's a no-brainer for a guy my age that's been on the road. I just had 3 weeks off. I feel great. I couldn't be more excited about this, and that's the bottom line. You know, the bottom line is I'm tired of being on the road every day, and I don't have to do it now. And that's this group, this opportunity has been it's like winning the lottery for me. It's incredible. I couldn't be more excited. So.
Tom D'Angelo from the Palm Beach Post. Brooks, what was your reaction? What did you think when Rory?
What is it? I can't hear
What
you.
was your reaction? What did you think when Rory basically said that, you know, that you went back on your word, that he used the word duplicitous?
Look, I got respect for Rory as a player. He's good. He's phenomenal. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it. I didn't hear about it till basically like a day ago. So, look, he's entitled to his opinion. He can think whatever he wants. He's going to do what's best for him and his family. I'm going to do what's best for me and my family. And can't hate on anybody for that. And like I said, opinions change, man.
Mike?
Mike McAllister with LIV Golf. Brooks, you've made 40-something starts since 2020. Do you know how many of those you actually felt 100%? And with this schedule, will you change your approach to working out or anything like that?
No, I still have the same approach. I still got the same, I guess, the days are the same. I mean, still go to the gym, still come out here, still play, do everything I need to do. I was actually saying to these guys a couple minutes ago, like yesterday I got done and I must have been out here for 3 hours and I felt like I didn't know what to do with the rest of my day, because usually when you're playing a practice round, it's 4 hours for 9 holes. Fighting for a spot in the range, fighting for a spot in the putting green, it's quite tough. And out here we cruised around, I was done 3 hours and I was like, man, I got the rest of the day. So on my schedule, I mean, I'm going to play every event I can out here. That's the goal. It's just, like I said, my body broke down a little bit, and correcting that and making sure it doesn't do it again.
Would you consider yourself 100% right now?
I mean, never 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a surgically repaired knee. I mean, how can you be 100%?
Yeah.
Bob? Go ahead.
Could go. Bob Herrick from SI.com. Just quickly for each of you, are you still PGA Tour members or have you resigned? And specifically for Patrick and Brooks, Are you at all concerned about your access to the majors going forward? I mean, obviously, Brooks, in your case, you know, PGA for life and the U.S. Open for quite a while, but the other majors, that's going to come due, and there's the whole issue of world ranking points. Thank you.
I mean, really, yes, I have resigned from the PGA Tour, but when it comes out of the majors, they're obviously going to, you know, we don't really know where they all stand, obviously, and I mean, being a past champion at Augusta and having a green jacket, I mean, I would think I'd be able to play there for the rest of my life. I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be up to them, but for what I saw in London and how well this event was run, and for what I've seen just in the 2 or 3 days I've been here, and then also seeing how miraculously the purses now all of a sudden went skyrocketing back up on the PGA Tour, it just shows that they obviously believe that this is not only a true threat, but a great tour as well if they're going and copying what we're doing. So for me, you know, I believe when time comes that we'll have world ranking here. This is going to be a tour that's going to be around forever. And at the end of the day, you play well, you're in the big events.
I haven't resigned, no. I'm still a member. And what was the other part? The majors?
Are you concerned about your access to, obviously, you've got a great record in the majors. Are you concerned about your access to them a couple years down the road?
If you play well anywhere in the world, you'll be just fine. You get into them. Look, I made a decision. I'm happy with it, and whatever comes of it, I'll live with it.
Believe it or not, at 170 in the world, I'm not worried about the majors. I'm not worried about anything, really. I have not resigned from the tour. I'm not going to. I don't think I did anything wrong. You know, plus I want the money that I burned from this year. I've played 20 events, so I'm still entitled to my FedEx money, my, you know, whatever this other money that we're talking about, and my cuts plan, which is, you know, I'm not resigning from anything. So, you know, for me, if I was to do this for 4 years and I want to go back to the Champ Tour at 50, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. I'm not affecting the Champ Tour in the least. If I took 4 years off and I still made the money that I'd made, I'm still eligible and exempt for the Champ Tour. So if that was the thing that came up, why would they stop me from playing? I'm not affecting one Champion Tour player. If anything, the guys that are behind me that could pass me on the money list would help, you know, that number go up. So I'm actually keeping the number down. Seeing as I moved in the top 50 money list now because the tour pulled a bunch of guys from the career money list. So I'm moving to the top 50, so I guess I have that status left for now. But nonetheless, I'm not resigning. You know, if something went south for me and this was, you know, a deal, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to play Champ Tour even at 55. I want to go play the majors or whatever. I still exempt. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. And I think that's what, you know, I think that's what Greg Norman has pushed. Is, you know, you want to be able to play anywhere you want, and you should be able to play anywhere you want. We should be able to do whatever we want. We are independent contractors. You know, the tours try to strong-arm us all year and come with bans, suspensions, and all that, and I mean, how'd that work? You know, look how many guys are here. That didn't work at all. So the tough threats and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, how many major winners do you have here compared to John Deere? It's not even close, right? So the tour wants to keep talking about strength of field and all that kind of stuff. Strength of field's here. So whether everybody wants to talk about it or not, that's what it is. Facts are facts. If you're going off major winners and that kind of stuff, that's how I see it. But no, I'm not resigning. You know, if, you know, my hope in the end is that this all can come together. I think that's what Greg Norman LIV Group wanted that in the first place. The tour didn't want to go that route. You know, I think in the end, they may have to. So I think it would be nice, you know, Greg Norman tried this way back in the day. And all of a sudden now I just saw the thing coming on Golf Channel where all these tours are coming together. Well, that's what everybody wanted anyway. So I don't understand what took so long to get all this. Maybe the threat of this great tour, but that seems to be the common theme here.
I think Alex.
It's been reported by people that there's your signing bonuses versus the draw, meaning what you win comes out of your signing bonus or vice versa. And that's supposedly in your guys' contracts. Could you confirm if that's actually true or not?
That's not the case. No.
Just to confirm, you're saying, Brooks, you're saying it's not the case?
No. It's
Okay.
irrelevant.
And the rest of you guys? Okay. The only reason I'm asking is because both Keith Pelly, Jay Monahan, and you could name other people that keep saying that we're misreporting stuff all the time. And the reason is because every time we ask the question, we can't get answers, or people don't want to talk about the specific issues. That's why I would ask.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that rumor on Monday morning at the U.S. Open. I also heard I was in London on Saturday or Sunday before, so, I mean, that was on Monday. Just saying, you can't believe everything you hear.
Right. Well, that's why we actually ask, hopefully. The other question is what could the tour have done, if anything, to stop you guys from making the leap to this tour?
Listen to the players for once. I think
Could
that's
have at least
biggest-
taken the call, I think, from the LIV group. I think at least take a meeting, see what it's all about. Monahan just shut it out from the start. Didn't want to listen, didn't want to take a meeting, didn't want to listen to anybody that maybe would have been interested. Maybe, it would have been a little different, I think. I think that's in the end. But, and he doesn't listen to players. Somehow, the tour they keep talking about, oh yeah, we work for you, we work for the players, we work for the players. It's the opposite. It seems like we work for them. We don't have a say in anything.
I think New York Times down there. Yeah.
Hi, Jerry Longman with the New York Times for Pat and Brooks. So there's been a lot of complaint from politicians, some club members who've resigned, the 9/11 survivors, about Saudi involvement in golf and whether the golfers should be participating in this. Do you have any concerns about that, you're being supported by a country with a really bad human rights record?
No,
Could you explain, please?
I don't have any concerns.
Playing golf.
I'm playing golf.
Yeah.
This group has provided me an opportunity to play golf and have a different schedule, and that's my only concern. So, yeah, I mean, I understand the topics you're trying to bring up, and they're horrible events, but I'm here to play golf. That's my deal. I've got an opportunity to play golf, and that's it, so.
Pretty much spot on what Pat said. Same thing. I mean, we're here to play golf. We're excited about it. We're going to go out there, go put on the best show we can put on. And, hopefully, one of us is up here on Saturday with a win.
Dan.
Brooks, Brooks over here. You said that your opinion changed. At what point, and you had the conversation after the U.S. Open, but at what point before that was, your brother going, Phil and DJ going, that you kind of started thinking about it and thought this would be an alternative here?
Yeah, I think, was it 2018 or 2019 when this whole thing was brought up? So it's been going on, it might have been 2019. So the conversation's been going on for a while. I mean, what's that, 3 years? Well, I mean, it's been around a lot longer than you guys have figured it out, or when you guys first heard about it, there was a bunch of stuff going on. So, and then all of a sudden, this became real. This is a whole different thing when it became real. And like I said, my opinion changed. I'm allowed to have my opinion change.
Back there.
Joe Becker, KETU TV. I was curious what you guys think of the golf course. Have you been on it? Have you played at all? And what do you think?
Golf course is pure. I've never played it. I've heard about it, and yesterday and today. Yesterday I played the back. Today I played the front, and it's in immaculate shape. Greens are nice and fast as well, and that always helps with my short game. I love fast greens, and really, for me, it gives you so many different opportunities. There's so many different shots you have to hit, and you have to be creative around this place. And I really can't wait for the event to really start, especially with playing on that team side. Come on that last day, you have a chance to win, but at the same time, you're trying to win for your team as well. And I just see this place having fireworks towards the end.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, Dan Rappaport again with Golf Digest. For Patrick, you said listen to the players for once for what the PGA Tour could have done. What were some of the things that you felt like you weren't listened to on?
Basically everything that this tour has done so far. I mean, we have a smaller schedule. We actually have an off season where not only can we, get healthy, work on our bodies, but we're basically allowing ourselves throughout the year to, you know, try to peak at the right times is when you're playing, rather than feeling like you have to play every single week. And on top of it, just the quality of life for us as players now, you know, having less events, being able to spend more time at home with the family. If you have kids, being able to spend time with your children, and not sitting there and having to play 3-4 weeks in a row, then have a week off. And during that week off, you're preparing, trying to get ready for the next week. You're able to actually now set out a schedule, go out and put all you have in every single event. You're not having to conserve energy ever. You're out there, you know, that 1 week, you're putting everything into it. And, you know, on top of it, you know, we're going out, and the reason why we're able to do that is because our purses are higher. We're able to play and sustain not only financially to, you know, for your family, but also you're out there playing and being able to play harder. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. I'm able to play harder every single week rather than sit there and going, hey, I got 5 weeks coming up in a row, or I got 4 in a row. And then you're leading into a major or, you know, or World Golf Championship. Now you can treat every single event like a major World Golf Championship, and you'll be physically fine throughout the year.
Did you feel like you had to do that because of just the way the FedEx Cup was set up?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
I mean, if you took off any period of time because you needed it for your body, you're behind now. Everyone's going to pass you in FedEx, so it was forcing you to have to play. And that's not doing anything for you mentally or physically. I mean, that's wearing you down, and you do that every single year. And no wonder why guys are injured, you know, in their 30s, and why guys are, you know, mentally tired, and you just see the grind on them because they're having to grind every single week.
Is that, you feel the same, Brooks? Like you felt
No,
the
I
need
was just
to play?
agreeing, like the burnout part of it, yeah.
I feel like you had to play more often just to kind of stay afloat?
I mean, look, came back to play 3 weeks after surgery on a knee, where they were like, you're not going to play for 6 months, just because I felt like I was going to miss the whole season next season. It wasn't going to be, just bad time. It was just bad timing. Where now, I mean, got what, 7 more events to play? I mean, you're not doing a month on the road anymore. You know, life does go on, even though when we're not playing golf. So being away from home for a month, like, I don't have any kids that I know about, so being home is not really a thing for me. But life does go on, and like there's some things we miss with at home, being friends, family, a lot of birthdays. It'd just be nice to be home a little bit more. I think that's a big thing that every one of these 48 players will say the same thing.
We have AP over there.
Hi, Annie Peterson from Associated Press. Brooks and Pat, you know, I understood, I heard your answer on that we're golfers and that's your concern this week. But the mayor of North Plains here, along with mayors of 10 other of the surrounding communities, came forward and said that this tournament does not align with their values. And I'm wondering how you know, what is your message to those people who are concerned about the connection to Saudi Arabia and the human rights issues?
Yeah, they're allowed to have their opinions. You know, we've heard it. I think everybody has been brought up. But look, like we said, our only job is to go play golf, and that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the game, do all this other stuff, and we're trying the best we can. I don't know, is that to you or PB?
Guys, back here,
Yeah.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Brooks, to your point about, you know, we're trying to grow the game, are you concerned that you might be alienating fans, given that you're associating with a country that does have a horrific track record on human rights?
Considering that the fact that there's more golf on TV, I mean, yeah, that's going to grow the game, right? More people watching. I mean, sorry.
We haven't asked them. We don't know. You ask them.
Yeah.
We haven't asked them.
Yeah.
Go ask them.
But the more golf's on TV, the more golf's in front of you. I mean, right? It's technically putting it in front of people, putting golf in front of people if it's on. And what? half the time people are on their phones, looking at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, and they'll catch clips from out here, clips from wherever. It doesn't matter.
Bob?
This is for Patrick. I just wonder if the Ryder Cup, President's Cup dynamic of all this gave you any pause at all, because obviously those things are in doubt. Certainly the President's Cup is, given that's already been said. I just, given that your interest and success in those events especially.
Yeah, of course I thought about it. I mean, who wouldn't? But at the end of the day, I felt like when my family and I, we sat down and we just weighed all of our options. We felt like joining LIV Golf, especially with talking to some of the guys that played in London, that this was definitely the right decision. Yeah, right decision for us, mainly mentally, physically, and just kind of the quality of life, being able to spend more time with the kids, because that's been the hardest thing. I mean, when I first was on the PGA Tour, Justine was on the bag my first 2 years, through the Mondays and then also the first full season. And then after that, once we had Windsor Wells, our first, she was traveling at 10 days old. We rented houses every single week, and I was able to watch her grow up, even while playing the huge schedule I always play, because I love to compete. And once they started school, I wasn't able to, they weren't able to travel as much. So now I'm going to empty hotel room or empty house, and it's just, it wears on you. It wears you on as an athlete, it wears on you as a person, as a father, and this is, for me, I feel like this is the best decision ever. I mean, especially, what I've experienced just this first week, but also with what I've seen, that now I can do everything that I want to do, not only compete at the highest level, but also prepare and get ready for every single event, and be able to be home, and even though I'll be grinding at home, getting ready, I'll be able to spend time with the kids. I mean, while they're in school, I'll be doing all my practice, and then afterwards I can be a dad, pick them up from school, and go to the pool, play tennis, hang out, and just do the things I really want to do with my kids.
Great. One more.
Knowing Adam Woodard Golf Week, knowing the level of questions you guys were going to be asked this week after seeing everything that happened over in the London event, I'm curious, how much media training have you guys been given in order to answer some of those questions about whether it's the human rights abuses or the things going on with the PGA Tour and DP World Tour as well?
Zero.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to do it yourself, yeah.
No, I'm just asking.
I know. I just gave you an answer, man. Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chief.
I just wanted to address Alex's question earlier when you were asking about the prize purses and if they are in addition to the contracts. The prize purses are in addition to. There is no draw at LIV Golf on any finances, so
That's
whatever
what,
they.
because Chambly was banging that drum the other day.
Yeah, so we just wanted to, on the record,
it's actually good to clarify
it's in
that.
addition to, and these guys, well, you guys have, this is your first event, but you should know that from your contracts. You can attest to it.
Yep.
Great. Thank you, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Sergio Garcia, Martin Keimer, and Lee Westwood.